Move up. Linsanity.
Linsanity pulled off a great win in Game 1, but more than it was a Linsanity win, although I want to give them tons of credit, it was more of a no-deal loss. Bases loaded, no outs in the 4th inning, and Wham is up. How many runs do you think are going to come in on that, Lou?
Bases loaded.
Bases loaded, no outs for Whamma in the 4th inning.
Now, are you asking me for just Whamma's at bat or the whole inning?
Give me just where is at bat as well as the whole inning.
2 runs on Whamma's at bat.
Because Whamma's is an instant hit.
Yeah, you gotta expect 2 more after Whamma. So I'm thinking 4 total on that.
For the inning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 2 on Whamma.
Okay.
You just write it in. It's done with.
Done with.
It's easier just to walk Whamma.
That's what I said. Whamma
Who's up after him?
Not much. I think they
was
get
up after Whamma.
They get a little light.
Some guy with striped hands.
You know,
No, I don't think A.B. Tesh. A.B. Tesh was on
the
base.
other guy, the guy that doesn't play the field.
Anyways, Whamma's up. He hits a scorcher down the third base side. He ripped it. 1 hop. Salim makes a gorgeous play. Zul, like a dummy, was off the base. So Salim tags third, tags Zul. All he has to do is
Walk it over.
No. Like float it in. Just float it in, Salim, to first base for a triple play. First ever in BKS history. Overthrows it over Sammy's head, and it was a disaster throw. No, the run didn't score.
Because they got Zul
because they got the guy out at third.
the guy at second. Oh, he tagged second.
He tagged third, so that guy's out also. So nobody.
I heard from the captain of No Deal that it wasn't even a bang play to get Zul out at third.
No.
It seems like Zul froze. He didn't really know what was going on. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I can understand a bang. You tag the base, you tag him right at the same motion. But he said there was a time that Zul could have gotten back to third.
Did you ever hear a brain fart? This was more the
You don't want to
worst.
go back to third. He had to force home. He's got to go home.
Right.
Bases loaded. He's got to go home.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Ball
else
gets
to
hit,
talk
run.
about. Run.
Exactly.
As long as it's not a line drive. When the ball bounces, run.
Right. So it was. Whatever. He was going to get thrown out anyway.
Exactly. But it
So,
seems like
but
it
it's
just
funny.
It happens. You're on the base paths and you get a little at it. So let's talk about Linsanity a little bit more instead of talking about Zul. What's going on with your pitching situation?
So wait 1 second. So end up no run score, and again in a different inning they left 2 runners on base. So No Deal didn't want to score in that game, and they just opened the door for Linsanity to steal a win. And they really did steal a win because it wasn't even a gorgeous hit that won the game for them. It was a dribbler up the middle, and one of their players overthrew it, and a run scored, and they got a win.
How'd DK play for them?
DK, he played okay. He plays a very, very solid field. I don't think he was so crazy at the bat. He didn't do anything. The only guy who did something at the bat was Ike Mavora. Hit a 2-run homer over Jackie Schrecky's head in the first inning. Jackie Schrecky thought it was 1972, where the guy still has his knees. But that was a disaster. What do we got here?
All right, so we got messages coming in that...
He didn't watch the beginning of the show. Don't
Yeah,
you
he
think?
did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but we started from the bottom up, Dave.
Oh, so we're talking about that the 3 teams we spoke about so far are combined 11-31, which is going to push us to move on from those 3 teams. Linsanity, you're finished with. We're moving on to No Deal, who we won't have a lot to talk about, considering that they are on a media blackout, and the media will in turn black you out as well.
2 losses. They prepared themselves, by going on that 8-game winning streak, so the 2 losses really don't hurt them.
Right.
They just got to hit the ball if they want to make something happen.
Seems
and
like,
it's great, by the way, when they lose, because remember how we predicted in the beginning that all these guys will start yelling and getting down each other's throat? Oh, it happened this week. It's comical to watch. But that's all I have to say about No Deal.
Well, here, let's put it like this. This league used to have the best shortstops in the community.
Still do.
Not anymore. Teddy might be over the hill.
Wow.
Might be over the hill.
Teddy had a rough day playing the 6th position this Sunday.
Yeah.
A ton of errors, supposedly, and when you combine his errors with A.B. Bitesh's errors, it totals 1 million.
Yeah. And A.B. Bitesh's sleeves and Teddy's sleeves equal 2.
What's going on with these guys? I mean, is it over for them? was their run temporary and you won't see them make it far in the playoffs, or do you think these guys will be able to recover?
I think these
Yeah.
guys, sorry, Lou.
Yeah, I think you should give it to him, the kavod.
I never thought they would lose both games this week. I thought they were the team to beat this year. I'm still going to say they're the team to beat. They did implode last week. I thought they hit rock bottom after week 2, but it looks like they might hit bottom again. But listen, you got to watch out for this team in the playoffs. I personally do not want to play them in the first round. That's why I want to be in the that's why I want deal breakers to be in first place, so we can play the number 14. But whoever had X Factor, who I hope will play number 3, No Deal, they're going to have a rough time. No Deal's going to is a good team. It's going to be a big issue.
Seems like there's a lot of incentive this year to get that 1 seed
Yeah, because
to
of-
avoid no deal.
Yeah, because the bottom 3 teams stink.
Right, exactly.
But I think also about No Deal is that it was just a hiccup. I don't think it's a big deal that they lost 2 this week because they did win 8, and the fact that the bottom of the league stinks, it's not a big deal that they lost 2. But I don't think that they're elite like deal breakers or X Factor. I don't think that they're going to be.
I think
either.
their whole outfield, the whole infield is just too old, I think. A lot of old players on that infield. Ralph Cohen,
I don't think the outfield is so.
Penny Ishak, and A.B. Patesh. I think they're way past their prime.
Okay, all right.
I mean, look, Ike Mavora got his average up. He's hitting 488 on the year. It was a little lower earlier in the season, but
I personally think Mavora got all his hits.
seems like we got our
Mavora
first.
got all his hits on errors. That's my opinion.
Okay, first call coming in. Lewis, you're going to have the. Go for it.
BKS softball. Who's that?
Mark Brad, how are you?
Oh, Mark Raha, how you doing, buddy?
How's everything?
You were listening earlier on the show, and Joey Stein made a push for you to be write-in on the All-Star ballot.
Yes, thanks for the call, I appreciate it.
Love you, Monkey.
Well, let me tell you the truth. I don't think you should be on the All-Star ballot.
Hold on. Lewis, hold on a second. Mark has something to say.
Talk to us, Monkey.
First of all, Jeff, if everyone be an anchor on the show, you should be sitting either on the left side or the right side, not in the middle.
Honey, this is not critique time. This is time for you to call in. Save your critique for another time.
And who said I'm the anchor? We're all equal.
So, when you always introduce yourself, introduce the person to your left, introduce the person to your right. If you want to get the bigger role, maybe you want a bigger salary, I don't know what's up.
What is he, a TV critic? Get the hell off the phone. Next!
What else do you have to say, Monkey? The next comment better be nice. What else is done here?
Mark.
No, wait, second of all, it seems like every person on the All-Star ballot is because of how many years they played in the league.
I love it, Mark. I love it. I happen to agree.
Okay, it's like I feel like when we're playing basketball and then all the names, all the captains get voted for the starting 5. I mean, it's a bunch of little BS.
Okay, so Mark was not happy with the seniority effect going on here. You feel that a lot of the names are being selected because of past performances.
Like who? Give us some names.
Exactly. I mean, just by watching the show, I hate to call them out, but he said
No, call out.
300.
Who's that? Who is batting 300?
I'm sorry?
Who is batting 300?
He said Jack Abadi is batting 300, and just because he made the shift from Theo to Brooklyn, and he's batting 300, and yes, he just took the lines under his eyes because he makes the right. He dressed well. I mean, he wants to be voted into the All-Star game because he dressed well. I understand that.
Because he what?
Dresses well. All right, Mark.
Monkey, give me some more names. Who else? What do you think about?
Well, Mark, it's an all-around thing. It's also how you dress at weddings.
Definitely. What about how you move at weddings? You don't get votes for that?
Yeah. Ralph, what do you think about guys? Give me some other guys that you don't think should be on the All-Star ballot.
I mean, let's see. Just to put it out there.
How about your third baseman?
I want to know Eddie Rusty, Eddie Anzar stats. I didn't look at them.
Wait, Mark.
Yes.
How about the guy who plays about 4 feet to your right every Sunday morning?
Who's that?
He's definitely having a down year.
That would be Salim Levy for everyone who doesn't know. Talking about
Definitely
Salim.
having a down year, but I'll tell you this, that guy can teach a lot of people how to play in this league. So for me to call him out won't be respectful at all.
So are All-Star ballots based on teaching now?
I mean, based on what, I don't know who makes the ballot, but if I would make the ballot, I'll definitely put the
Okay.
Oh, so you just
So you're really very hypocritical here, but that's fine.
Bottom
No
line
problem.
is, Mark Baraha is very upset that his name is not on the list, and I have to agree with him. I started off the show that way, and I have to agree with Mark Baraha. His name should definitely be on there.
Hey, listen, I'm not here to say that it should be on the list. I'm here to say that people that are on the list shouldn't be on the list.
Lucky, what do you think about your pitching performances this week with Barry Enteby over David Azer?
I definitely think it puts us up to par with Eddie Alves pitching. I think it puts us up to par even with Ike Mala and
Boy, you must be outside of your mind.
now you know why you're not on the ballot. Next.
Lucky, we're hoping good things from you for the second half of the season, and hopefully you can push, get a nice push for Linsanity in the playoffs. We appreciate the call in. And listen, make your mark in the playoffs, buddy, and take this team. Let them ride on your shoulders, because right now, they're on nobody's shoulders.
I know. I need to do a lot more than just that in order for them to ride on my shoulders.
Just make some noise, baby. Just make some noise. Let's talk to you
Thanks,
later.
Mark.
Enjoy.
All right, so young person in the league, Mark Baraha, really calling in and making his statement.
I think he has a valid point. I really do. I don't think he made an error all season. He played a fantastic field. He did take him a while to get his back going, but again, if you're going against averages, I don't think a lot of these guys are much higher than him. Again, I didn't check everybody's average out, so I might be wrong, but he's playing good. He's definitely somebody that went unnoticed. That's what I have to say.
Right. Life's rough. Nobody said life was easy.
Listen, I hope it gives him a little extra fire to push in the playoffs.
You guys need it.
Yeah, like I said, nobody's shoulders are riding on.
All right,
So let's get to X Factor.
X Factor. Now we're gonna move on.
Let's get
Same old boring team, the X Factor, who like to fly under the radar. We already spoke about their Game 1 victory over the Gladiators, which was pretty nothing doing there win for them. Again, Joe S. a big 2-run homer to lead off the game, would start the game early in the first inning. And just their regular defensive play. I mean, Al Gamal in left field is a lockdown left fielder. He is one of the names on the All-Star ballot. I actually spoke to Albert today. He called me to talk about the All-Star ballot. And he mentioned that he hasn't been hitting that well this year, but he feels that, yeah, he's on the All-Star ballot for his defense, and he feels that defense in this league goes a long way. I agree with you 100%, and that's why Albert Gamal does deserve a spot on this year's All-Star team.
Why are you not on?
I don't know. I wasn't on the ballot, I'm not even
Defense.
not up there, I guess.
Defense.
I thought it was offense he wasn't on.
Right, defense.
Oh, it was defense
Yeah.
and offense.
Yeah. I
Wait,
know.
what's my average? I don't even know.
Somebody told you about defense.
You know your average to the point to the fourth.
I really don't. It's a
fourth
little
decimal.
under 400. I know that
To
for
the
sure.
fourth decimal.
I'm sure we'll get a call in. Or a call.
120 is not a little under
The
400.
truth is, Jeff did have a good at bat this week against us for the sack fly. That was a good at bat.
Thank you. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
no, good. You had a sack fly.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
Anyway,
No, so talk to us about. You probably don't remember it, but tell us about X Factor and the No Deal first place game. Give it to us. What happened?
Last week.
No, 2 weeks ago.
I thought maybe the upcoming game. I don't know.
OPP.
Okay.
Other people's money. Wow.
Yeah.
They have a good team.
Who?
X Factor.
Yeah, we know
They have a
that.
good team.
Thank you.
They do have some flaws that we have taken advantage of, but we're not fully because we're going to wait till the playoffs come. But
Okay.
there is some flaws that they have.
I have a question for you, if I
Sure.
can interrupt you.
You can interrupt me anytime you want.
Was there an issue with Nemi Katz on Sunday? Because I know that I saw the issue when I
didn't
played
see it.
against.
I didn't see it.
Okay, so it seems like, and I don't know if there was
I
more
would've
stemming.
left.
If there was more stemming from it than Nemi just walking in a few minutes late or a few minutes before game time on Sunday morning, but him and Stephen Ginty were not on the same page at all Sunday.
I love it.
Yeah, it was great. Nemi was refusing to join in on the team huddles. You know how Stephen Ginty does a little
Sure,
song and
sure,
dance in the middle after a win, just
Sure.
to rub the dirt in your opponent's face after you beat them. But he wasn't in on that. Stephen J batted him ninth. Nemi wasn't giving him warm-ups in between innings as a first baseman wasn't throwing into his shortstop. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's fantastic. But Stephen Indy's racist?
It must be.
I think it's a racism
You
kicking in.
gotta, it's not nice, Stephen.
I
Go
want-
watch The Help.
Yeah. Go watch the hell.
Really, Stephen, that's not nice.